Hey, what's happening, folks? Fans of the Diamond tonight. It's Monday. Well, on the panel tonight, we have Astro Marcus. We have Rich going for the Pirates of the Rangers. Thank you for the show. The MDE's in the house already. Welcome aboard. Jeremy with Detroit down there. Dylan is like the question mark because I have no idea what baseball team he likes.
He just likes the MLB.
And then we have
Jacksonville
Jason
Hangerfish.
The Savannah Bananas.
Hey, Rich, you're going to need him when we do our trivia showdown this weekend.
Yins are both going to suck.
We might. You never know.
I've already betted on Rich. I'm posting a thing on FanDuel.
What's the line on FanDuel?
Yes, just to let everyone know, Friday we are doing a trivia show on the channel. First time ever between Dylan and Big Rich. I can't wait. I have set the questions, and I did not know some of the answers. A lot of the answers. Let's rephrase this. Anyway,
I've got a question, Adam. Would you be so kind to explain the categories and how we're going to do the trivia show?
I'm not explaining anything till game night. I am leaving you on your toes, so yins are both a little antsy. I feel that's it's all about sports trivia, Dylan. It could be any category, any topic, any. I mean, you never know. A guest in the audience might have a question that we might put up there.
No, you're not throwing rugby questions out there. Otherwise, we're kicking you out.
Hey guys, so Saturday night we got into this topic of the lowest ERAs right now in baseball. Could this be from everyone just trying to hit home runs and everyone just getting out? Is analytics really ruined the batting? Don't all jump at once, guys. Marcus, go ahead. I know you're playing college football, but go ahead, answer the question.
Well, I could start by saying one of those guys that's got a low ERA and he's leading across the board and hitting for the Astros is our heart and soul, Yordan Alvarez. His is at 3.18. But it wasn't rocket science to figure out how they're ninth in pitching in the first half of the season. But I guarantee you, if we did not have the injuries we had, we would be one of the top teams in the league right now because they're only ranked second in the American League in hitting, but ranked ninth in pitching.
Marcus, that wasn't the question.
I gave you my answer. Yordan Alvarez is your prime example. 3.18 is his ERA.
No, Yordan Alvarez is in 3.18. You're talking about earned run average for your pitching staff.
No, okay. So Saturday night we got into this conversation, right, guys. The four of us were there. We talked about how the pitching is a low ERA right now, and my question I was going to ask on the show, but Jeremy already had 14 questions, so I didn't want to add another one for a whole topic of conversation.
I had 11.
Anyway, you know what I mean, Jeremy. I wasn't.
Yeah,
I didn't want to.
So,
but
I got you on that.
Anyway.
And yes, the analytics and how they're trying to swing for the fences is leading to more strikeouts, which means lower batting averages and lower ERAs. These guys are just swinging for the fence all the time and using uppercut swings that are horrible. They're not closing or opening their bodies to do place hitting anymore. They're just swinging.
Oh, and I clicked on
Jeremy, since you're up real quick, tell us about your buddy. I saw you just posted this.
This is Dan Spanos. He's been dealing with some health issues ever since I got into podcasting. He was a longtime follower of Detroit Lions on the Prowl and was one of the first 100 subscribers for my channel. He passed away last Thursday due to complications with his heart, and his family is reeling right now. That's his sister in the picture with him. My heart goes out to Emily Spanos, Dan's daughter, and many, many other friends. He loved karaoke, so he loved my shows when I didn't have a lot of news and I would just play one of the songs I recorded me singing. So rest in heaven, Dan.
That's sad. All right. Rich, Jason, Dylan, thoughts on this topic real quick?
I got a combination. You've got a lot of pitchers out there that they're throwing harder than what the hitters are used to seeing, so they're striking out a lot more. And they're the ones that are able to throw strikes, the hitters, like Jeremy was saying, are doing a lot more all or nothing swinging, which is why you only have 7 guys in the entire major leagues over 300 right now. But you have five former all-stars that are under 210 right now. Former all-star starters, by the way, that are under 200 or 210 right now. I think it's a combination of the two. The pitchers that can find the strike zone, because not only are strikeouts up, walks are up. And I think a lot of that goes back to a discussion that we've all had on open mic night that I've brought up a few different times. There's too many players in the game. There's too many players that have no business being in Major League Baseball that are pitching and hitting in Major League Baseball. They're talking about expansion. They honestly need to be talking about contraction if they want the quality of the game to go up. But that's just me.
Okay. You're on mute, bud.
Yeah. So I pretty much agree with everything that Rich said. And it is an overall byproduct of the use of analytics as it pertains to the quality of the product on the field, where executives aren't just using analytics, obviously, to build their teams, to build their rosters, but they're using it to build their starting lineups. And, Rich brought up a good point about too many guys in the game right now who don't really deserve to be in the game, either because they're, for all the reasons that Rich mentioned, which I agree with as well. But I also think just the biggest problem, in my view as well, and this is just the biggest problem, is still analytics being the fad around Major League Baseball, because you've all heard the phrase "chicks dig the long ball." Well,
that's the most quoted thing you could say tonight, Jason.
It could be the two most exciting things in Major League Baseball that we like to see are home runs and strikeouts. But I also want to say that analytics has also dipped its way down all the way to the JUCO level, the college level, and the high school level as well, the travel club level as well. Because a lot of these kids that are playing the game now professionally, they all started learning launch angle and exit velocity and travel ball. They all were taught how to throw 98, 99, 100 miles per hour going all the way back to when they were 8th graders. So it's not just a Major League Baseball problem. It is a developmental problem with the game of baseball across the country. And until that changes, which quite frankly, I don't think it will, we're going to continue to see home runs go up. We're going to continue to see strikeouts go up. We're going to continue to see batting averages plummet. And Big Rich, right now at the All-Star break, I just checked, we have 10 players who are only batting 300 or above. And, people
10?
like –
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, that's okay. That's okay. People like me and Rich, guys, we grew up watching guys like Tony Gwynn and George Brett and Barry Bonds and Robin Yount and Paul Molitor. We grew up spoiled because those guys were consistently 300 hitters. Even Barry Bonds, is the great power hitter that he was, batted consistently 280, 290, 300 each and every single season. So we grew up spoiled with some of the great all-around hitters in the game. Kirby Puckett, another prime example. And we've now lost that because analytics has diluted the product of the game on both ends. I've said enough. Dylan, you chime in with what you want to say.
I think what's happened is that pitchers are not pitchers, and instead pitchers are being all throwing more like sprinters. All pitchers today are being taught more like sprinters, not like distance throws. You think of Justin Verlander. I mean, yeah, Justin Verlander throws hard, but yet, Jeremy, you'd probably say Justin Verlander is more than just a power pitcher. I mean, what would Greg Maddux and Tom Glavine do in today's game? Well, they probably wouldn't even have been Hall of Famers in today's game because today's so velocity dominant.
Here's the thing: if you go by the ABS, pitchers are throwing first pitch strikes at an 89% clip. People are only making contact with it at less than 20%. So what it is players are told to take the first pitch all the time. And with ABS, pitchers know they have to be more accurate to get that first strike. Half of them are right down the middle, and guys sit there with their bat on their shoulder. When you're down 0-1, you're putting yourself behind the 8 ball. Then you're going to swing at pitches that aren't quite over the plate. This is what's going on, which is increasing strikeouts. Because let's face it, the first pitch, the first strike is the most important strike for a pitcher.
It is, but you also got to look at one other thing too. And you brought up Glavine and Maddox, guys like that. Okay, Glavine and Maddox would win 25 games a season right now because they can put the ball exactly where they wanted to put it and throw strikes. They would make these guys look like complete fools right now. With using those two guys as specific examples, they would make these guys. Pedro would make these guys look like idiots. A lot of these guys from that era would make these guys look like absolute fools. Clayton Kershaw in his prime, who just retired last year, Clayton Kershaw in his prime would make these hitters in 2026 look absolutely ridiculous because of the way that they could put the ball where they wanted to put it. I can guarantee you 3/4 of these pitchers don't know exactly where that ball is going to go. Watch where the catcher sets up and watch where the ball ends up. It's not the same thing. If Tom Glavine or Greg Maddux or Pedro or Kershaw or Clemens or any of these other guys, you put the target there, you can write it down. The ball's going to be somewhere in that general ballpark. Now, yeah, you're completely guessing.
Rich, with the trade deadline coming up for your Rangers, catching seems to be a possibility of going after someone, maybe Jeffers from Minnesota. A lot of I've seen rushing. I don't know if Jason would agree with me, but apparently Dalton Rushing become a trade talk topic. Jason, I'm sure you already heard that and know that. But hi Kim, how are you doing? Paul, how you doing up there? MDE, how you doing? I didn't get to say hi to everyone. But what else are they looking for? It looks like they could use some right-handed relief too. What do you think?
They could. And see, I'm really kind of surprised that they're even considering going after catchers because the combination of Elias Diaz and Kyle Higashioka is perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. What they need is depth in the outfield because they have none. That I'm saying proven depth in the outfield. Outside of Evan Carter, Wyatt Langford, Brandon Nimmo, they have nobody with a lot of experience. Alejandro Osuna is doing fine, but he's a rookie. They could use a guy, and I'll give you a perfect example of a guy, and I don't know if he would be available or not, but Andrew Benintendi, an outfielder with some experience that could be a 4th or 5th outfielder that could help the team out that way. Pitch in the bullpen, you're right, and it probably wouldn't hurt if they could find another starter because they're not going to. Jack Leiter can't stay healthy this year. Kumar Rocker is Kumar Rocker. I'm sorry, I have zero faith in this kid. So you realistically have 3 pitchers. You need a 4th starter. It probably wouldn't hurt for them to try to get somebody. He's not going to be available, but let's say a Mitch Keller from Pittsburgh, somebody of that ilk, to come in behind DeGrom, Evaldi, and Mackenzie Gore. Big thing to me is I'm amazed that the Rangers are actually in first place right now. With all the injuries they've had, with all the young kids they've had to bring up with the Justin Foscues and the Alejandro Osunas and Josh Smith not playing up to par and Corey Seager being hurt constantly and all that. I'm amazed with what they're doing. And
Rich, I have a two-part question to you. One, we know Corey Seager seemingly is hurt year after year now. He's over 30. He's over 30, right? Yes, over 30.
Yeah, he's 32.
He's got a lot of money tied up. He's over 30, shortstop, so we know shortstops.
He's also on his final year of his can't block the trade clause.
10-5 rights. Is there a chance that the Texas Rangers would trade Corey Seager to the Atlanta Braves? Because we know the Braves need a shortstop.
That is a very strong possibility. The two names that I hear are Seager and Evaldi. I could see a Seager before I saw Evaldi. Could Seager go? Yeah, because I think he could bring in those guys that I was just talking about. He could bring in maybe a 4th or 5th starter and a utility outfielder. Yeah, he could do and get the other team to take a large chunk of his contract. Could he be a viable piece for a team like the Braves or the Cubs, who Dansby Swanson, let's be perfectly honest, has underperformed this year? Definitely. He could definitely be a big piece for somebody like that.
You think
And I
Swansby
think
goes
his
back to
time
Atlanta,
with the
Rich? Is that
Rangers
what
has kind of run out. Say again, Adam?
You're thinking Swansby goes back to Atlanta?
No, the Cubs are not trying Swanson. He's too valuable defensively.
He's very good defensively. I could see Seager more as a DH and fill in at short if he went to the Cubs. If he went to the Braves, he'd start every day. Going to Milwaukee, possible? I mean, it's a
They got that kind of
possibility.
money.
Yeah, I don't know that they're going to – I think they're looking more at figuring out what's wrong with Mizorowski right now. Because
Brandon Woodruff also went on a 60-day IL too. I mean, who knows what's going to happen in Milwaukee now?
Right. So if you're down those two guys for a sustained period,
It ain't
you
worth trading for Seager at this
have
point.
re-entered the Tarek Skubal discussion. Sorry, Jeremy. That they could put some kind of a tremendous package together to send to Detroit and say, hey, we got to do something to make this happen. And let the chips fall where they may after the season.
And then my second question, Rich, is does anyone want to win the American League West this year? Because seemingly every teteam's crapping it up this year.
The Astros can't.
Keep it up.
The Astros
Keep it
have
up.
a very similar problem to the Rangers.
Keep it up.
They've been hurt all year. They've had guys banged up all season. The Astros has been more pitching. The Rangers have been more position players. But at the same time, Seattle is not performing up to snuff. The A's, we were kind of thought they might have had something there for a minute, and then they've kind of come back to reality. But the A's have got a lot of young talent. Don't sleep on the A's in the next year or two. I just don't think this is their year. If you go off of just talent, Seattle should run away with this division in the second half. And I know I know Marcus isn't going to agree with that. But if you go player for player, Seattle is a better team than Houston. Sorry. I'll go position for position for you right now. Seattle is a better
We're
team
not
than
doing
Houston.
that.
We making a comeback.
Marcus, I'll get to the bottom two here in a minute. Looks like your team needs another starting pitcher. Looks like it needs some
We drafted
left-handed
one.
outfielders. Hold on. And right-handed relievers. Do you hear anything on any trades coming in, or what they're doing, or who they're looking at, or are they relying on the farm?
They gonna rely on the farm. I ain't hear about no trade. They need some help. I mean, Peter Lambert's probably the best pitcher right now until Hunter Brown gets the rust shaken off of him. And they just drafted a pitcher from Notre Dame. I can't remember his name, but I think he could be something special. They also drafted I think he was a center fielder or something from Texas Tech. Rich might know who I'm talking about. Astros got a Red Raider. I think he was a center fielder. He'll be a force to be reckoned with. They gonna let it trust the process. When they get fully healthy, Oh, we gonna be flying rockets. They coming.
Logan Hughes from Tech.
Him. There you go.
Got any Houston questions, Dylan, before I move on? Marcus answered very quickly.
Marcus, any chance that the Stros would consider moving Josh Hader?
I don't want that, but even possibly.
That's the most movable commodity you have on your team.
Hey, Jeremy, I've got one. I've got one for you. I know we've seen Taylor Skubal pitch 3 or 4 times coming off his nanoscope. Do you think that the Tigers brought back Skubal maybe a little too quickly?
No, he's actually gotten better every start. I don't know why you think anything less. I mean, he only gave up 2 runs, and it was only 1 earned the other day. He had 9 strikeouts
yesterday.
I think part of Skubal's problem is that he's given up way too many home runs since coming off the IL. Maybe he's unlucky. I don't know, because
he gave up 2 runs on a double, where a guy just missed playing it from second base. It was not a home run that last game.
All right, Jeremy.
And Skubal came out today that he wants to stay on the Tigers through the end of the season because they're close enough to make a run for the wild card.
What would you do as GM? Would you sit Skubal down and say, "Hey, what's it going to take to re-sign you? Because if not, we're going to try and move you and bring as much prospects as possible." What would you do as GM at this point?
Right now, at this point, because he's just a rental player because of the looming lockout, nobody's going to extend him right away because they don't know what the ceiling will be or if there will be a cap ceiling. So right now, you're not going to get what you want in return. Where we should have traded him was last year, before the last year of team control, so a team would have had him for a whole season and extended him right away. So in all actuality, you could get the next Kevin McGonigal or whatever with the comp B pick at the end of the first round just by letting him walk. And at that point, it might be better compensation than what you'll get in the trade.
Jason.
Yeah.
Dylan.
Any worry about Shohei Ohtani seemingly dealing with this knee issue? I mean, we know Shohei is one of a kind, superhuman, Superman, part AI, part alien, but are the Dodgers being extra cautious of Ohtani? I mean, any concern?
Dodgers are being extra cautious, but I think they're being extra stupid by the way they're handling this, Dylan. And yes, I'm very concerned about Ohtani's knee because this is the exact same knee that he had surgery on back in 2019 to relieve the same issue that he's dealing with right now. And the reason why I'm pissed off at the way the Dodgers are handling this is because they feel like their addition of load management, limiting Ohtani's starts on the mound versus how many at-bats he gets per day, per week, whatever, is going to make it all better. Well, it's not. Knee inflammation can turn into torn ligaments. Knee inflammation can turn even into a broken leg. I've had knee inflammation when I played ball. It's a very serious injury. It doesn't sound serious, but it is, especially on a previously surgically repaired knee like Ohtani's. And my greatest fear is that the Dodgers are so slick and so smart. They think they have this thing nailed down and that they're going to be able to control it, that Ohtani's going to go out there. He's going to take one swing next month, September, whatever, and that's going to be the at-bat. That's going to be the swing, or that's going to be the pitch that shuts him down for the rest of the year. And if that happens, I am going to phone Dave Roberts personally and Andrew Friedman, and I'm going to say, I fucking told you so. The Dodgers are completely mishandling his situation. What they need to do is, instead of load managing him, they need to put him on the IL. Put him on the IL for 10 days, for 15 days. Give him more time to heal. Give him more time to rest. I don't trust the Dodgers' strength and conditioning staff or their trainers because they do a lousy job of keeping this team healthy anyway. This team leads Major League Baseball again in injured league injured list stints. So I do not trust their training staff to help Shohei out accordingly. So yeah, I'm very fearful of Shohei going down. Playing him more and managing his load is not going to help it. He needs rest. He needs rehabilitation. He needs to be shut down, and shut him down for the rest of this month and maybe the first week in August, so that way he can be properly diagnosed. That's all I got to say about that.
Jay, I know you have 6 of the top 100 prospects, right? All in the outfield on the Dodgers depth chart.
That is correct. 6 or 7, give or take.
How would you offer 3 of them with Dalton rushing for Skubal?
I would offer 3 of them with Dalton rushing for Skubal. I think that would be more than a fair trade or a fair compensation package going back to the Tigers. But the caveat being, which ones would I be willing to give up? For me right now, Jose DePaula is untouchable. Jose DePaula is raking right now in AAA. I think he's
That's your
batting
number 1 guy. That's your number. I think he's number 6 overall, right?
Yep.
Number 6 overall, number 1 in the farm system right now. James Tibbs, whom we got from Boston in that Dustin May trade, I would be willing to give up. I'd be willing to give up Charles Davalon, who's doing well at high A, I believe. And the thing about rushing, though, is this, guys. Will Smith is probably going to miss the rest of the season. From what I've been reading on Dodger blogs today and Dodger News, Will Smith's neck injury is going to keep him out well into August, possibly the rest of the regular season. He has a bulging disc in his neck. So at this point, I don't think the Dodgers can afford to trade Dalton rushing simply because they don't have enough depth at catcher. And that's one area we need to address at the trade deadline more than getting Tarik Skubal. And also, Adam, to be quite honest with you, we don't need Skubal. The reason why is because, yeah, we have Blake Snell coming back, and yeah, we have Tyler Glasnow coming back. And yeah, both of those 2 guys are still major injury-prone idiots for the Dodgers. But we need a quality back end of the rotation starter. Because Emmett Sheehan right now and Roki Sasaki, these guys and their pitching is about the difference between night and day. They are true peaks and valleys. They are true inconsistent as inconsistent can be. So we need a quality back-end starter, not another Cy Young front-run starter like Tarik Skubal. So, yeah, I mean, that's who I would give up to answer your question initially. But as you can tell, the Dodgers have some bigger fish to fry and a lot of other things to think about before they can even ponder getting Tarik Skubal.
And don't forget the bullpen, because the bullpen hasn't exactly been great now. Edwin Diaz is on a rehab assignment.
Yep, that's right. But yeah, Diaz is on a rehab assignment. We just got Brock Stewart back. Surprisingly, he's been in Dodger uniform longer than 5 days. So congratulations, Brock. You get a roster bonus. But yeah, we got Brock Stewart back. I know they've been linked to Aroldis Chapman for Boston, but I don't see the Red Sox dealing him right now, especially with their current winning streak to end the first half of the season. I think they're going to hold on to Chapman. I know Joe Ryan from the Twins has been mentioned. So you're right, Dylan. There's right now a lot of moving pieces on the Dodgers that need to be addressed before we can even think about getting Tarik Skubal.
Jeremy, I saw you grab your notebook. Are you looking up these prospects from LA?
No,
Oh,
I'm trying to check on my dad.
oh, okay. Would you think about that trade, though, Jeremy?
At this point, no. I don't think it's worth trading him. I like I said. And I also think it would be giving up too much in compensation for the Angels to do it. It would be a 2-month rental, and there's no guarantee that deferred payments will be allowed after this year. With the looming lockout, they're trying to, and a lot of the owners are voting against it. There's only 3 teams voting for it. So it looks like that part of it's going to pass.
I did hear Detmers was possibly tied to LA, Jay. I don't know why you'd want him. He's 3-6. He's not very good, but he is playing for the Angels.
Yeah, I'm not. I heard about that too. I'm not too keen on the Dodgers getting Reed Detmers because for all the points you just made, Adam. He's not reliable. He's not reliable. You don't know what Detmers you're going to get from day 1 to day 3. So
And-
I hear you on that.
But at the same time, you can't really count him out because he plays for the Angels, who only scores a half a run per game.
This is true. Now the upside with that is that Detmers is a lefty. He is a southpaw, and I would love to see the Dodgers add another southpaw in that bullpen because we do need one. So that's kind of where he fits in. So it'll be interesting to kind of keep an ear on that rumor to see if he moves about 35 miles up the I-5 there.
So Jeremy, you're buying as a general manager. Who are you looking for? I didn't get the finish.
I want a quality batter and somewhere in the middle of the infield, because Gleyber Torres at his age can't stay healthy throughout the rest of the season. He's already proven that by going on the IL twice. And I want a bullpen arm. I don't care if it's left or right. Anybody's better than Will Vest and Kenley Jansen.
Primetime Kenley Jansen was good, right, Jay?
Yeah, primetime was great.
Primetime Kenley Jansen for about a 4 to 5 year span was the best. He had a cut fastball that a lot of analysts were comparing to Mariano Rivera's. I'm not saying they were considering it better than Mariano's. They were just comparing it to Mo's. And yeah, for the 5 year stretch, Kenley was the most dominant reliever in all of baseball. And then, Father Time caught up to him, and now he's about a middle of the road reliever. Surprisingly, I would actually welcome Kenley back to LA, because even though he's not what he was in his prime here the first time around, I would still take him. I would still take him in a heartbeat just because of his experience. He can rub off.
Jeremy, there's your trade back.
Yeah, there we go. We'll take Kenley back, Jerry. And actually, Kenley's been rumored as a possible trade target for the Dodgers. So I think it makes sense on a lot of levels.
Take him, please, and just send us back anybody in the AAA not named De Palma.
I'll tell you what, Jeremy. We'll send you Ozuna. We want Jansen. How about that? You can have Ozuna.
Okay. I don't care.
He traded for a bag of rocks.
I want Kenley Jansen and Will Vest back on this roster like a hooker wants crabs back.
Whoa, that bad, huh?
He'll be here all week, ladies and gentlemen. Tip your waitresses.
And Jeremy dropping bombs. Jeez.
Will Vest and Kenley
back,
Jansen.
Jeremy. Tell us what you really think, dude.
Will Vest and Kenley Jansen equals gaslit bonfire.
Oh no!
That's how bad they are. Their ERAs are above 7 right now as relievers. So yes, trade for them. Take them off my hands, please.
Okay, I take back what I said about Kenley. Screw that. The Rangers can have him.
No, I want the Pirates to get the Pirates. I'll tell you what, if the Pirates were able to somehow, some way get Jansen and Chapman, I'm good.
Aroldis Chapman?
Yep.
And by the way,
Chapman back and bring in Jansen.
The problem is Chapman with the ABS is hit and miss with his aiming, because now that they tightened up the strike zone and people are able to call it right away, he loses a lot of challenges to batters.
He does, but he's still more consistent than anybody else we have in that bullpen. Gregory Soto can go over on to the Fort Pitt Bridge and take a long walk off a short leash, because no.
That's like a hooker with crabs too, right there. Jesus.
I'm sorry. Gregory Soto thinks he's Mitch Williams, and he's not.
Wow.
That's that Joe Carter sitting that 2-2 slider, a down and in right-handed bat. Oops.
I made a comment the other day on a post that said it was a Pirates fan page that said, "Okay, guys, how much do you miss Bednar now?" After everybody was crying and moaning about getting him out of town, most Pirate fans would give their right eyeball to have Bednar in that bullpen as a closer.
He needed to get out of here, though.
He needed to get paid, and he wasn't getting it in Pittsburgh. That was the problem. But right now, Pittsburgh fans would beg for Bednar to be in that bullpen.
Well, and if the Yankees keep wetting the bed like they are, he might be available.
No, Benno's been the best reliever been the only good reliever for the Yankees.
Yeah, that's like saying
That's like being the nicest guy in prison, Dylan.
right. And the nicest
And
guy in
Jeremy-
prison that's a pedophile. That's what it's
And-
like.
Do we get the
Yeah, I
prime
like this
time
one.
to Colby
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we get this guy back?
in prime time?
Well, I tell you, now that was a man that could come out of the bullpen and pitch.
Yeah, summer. By the way, guys, we know Home Run Derby tonight, All-Star Game tomorrow. What's your favorite All-Star Game memory? Start with you, Marcus.
Don't have one because I'm not big on All Stars because all they do is talk shit about us the last decade.
Okay. Jason.
My favorite All-Star memory, without a doubt, 1999. I believe it was 99 in Boston at Fenway Park. You had all of the All-Stars gather right in the infield dirt as Ted Williams was being rolled out. They were honoring some of the greatest living legends in MLB history because it was like the anniversary of the All-Star game, I believe, or something like that.
MLB All-Century Team.
Yeah, the All-Century Team. Thank you. And Ted Williams was brought out in a wheelchair. And I never had a chance, obviously none of us ever had a chance to watch Ted's greatness. But for me, watching the great hitters of my era, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds, George Brett, go over and greet him and talk to him. Guys, I literally cried because as a baseball fan, that for me was cloud nine. And even though Ted was in a wheelchair, you could still tell he was very coherent. You could hear him getting mic'd up. He was talking to Mark McGwire about adjusting his swing. I mean, that to me, and just seeing all of those great living legends out there on the All-Century Team. Robin Yount was out there. We saw Brooks Robinson was out there before he passed away. Just seeing all those great players at that game, to me, again, it made me cry as a baseball fan because those are guys I grew up reading about, I grew up hearing about from my family. And to see my great players out there and the great hitters like Tony Gwynn just hold Ted Williams and shake his hand, for me, that nothing will ever top that moment. And at Fenway Park, that will never be topped, at least in my book. That's my favorite moment.
You sound like you're getting choked up now, buddy.
Jason, that to me was the greatest sign of respect I have ever seen on a baseball field.
I know it made me cry, Rich. I'm crying right now thinking about it.
Yeah, I got weird about it too. Because my dad,
Weird. Is that what guys
you know,
call it? Weird.
my dad had told me stories about watching Ted Williams, and I never, like you, I never got a chance to see him, but you see the films and that kind of stuff. But I mean, the respect that every one of those guys had, they stopped what they were doing to pay attention to this guy.
And then Peyton went out and struck out Barry Walker, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire. Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
That was the year Mark McGwire went over the monster almost every home run, wasn't it? Like out of the park.
in the Home Run Derby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jeremy, what about you?
The Josh Hamilton home run derby when he had his old coach throwing to him. That was just amazing to watch. And hats off to him. Other than that, All-Star games, the game itself means absolutely nothing. Even though they say it decided home field advantage for a while, it was no good. But that 99 one with Ted Williams was pretty special too. I think that was around the same time, wasn't it?
Of what?
For Josh Hamilton and that big home run derby? Or was that closer to 2015?
I thought Hamilton
2008. 2008.
I thought Hamilton was 2000.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a long time ago, so those years kind of blend in together when you're in your 50s.
Every day blends together. What are you talking about?
No, not every day.
I like the
You guys got a point.
94 All-Star game. I
Oh.
like it was at Pittsburgh.
Oh, Tony Gwynn scoring when Jim Liam was like,
Yeah, Tony
Yeah,
Gwynn.
but
had the
okay.
game- Tony Gwynn
right,
had the
Dylan.
game-winning hit.
Let's do a little precursor on this one. MVP of that All-Star game.
Nomar
what is
Garcia.
it? 94 All-Star game. Was this a loop? Because he had a big home run off
He did.
Lee Smith.
Jeremy, is this one of your guys?
I have no idea. And I don't care. I think everybody is human. We all bleed red. So that's where I'm at. I don't answer questions about color.
We
Because
just said
color,
blonde. We
color
just
is just
said
a pigment of skin.
Can we? I don't know. Yeah.
Look,
Jeremy's
I got
guy.
some.
Jeremy, that's
I-
definitely your guy, right? You're the only one.
Yeah,
Look, I'll give y'all a moment. You know what I said?
I handled it.
I said I didn't have one. I got one for y'all. Oh, I wanted to read what that said.
No, it's done.
Oh, I didn't even get to read it. Anyhow, no, I'll throw a moment. I'll throw one of my favorite moments. The Iron Man's last homer in 2001.
In Seattle.
Good one.
Yeah.
And that was when Alex Rodriguez let him play short.
Mm-hmm.
And Cal's the only one in Stanko Field who didn't know it.
Yeah.
Here's a funny stat about the Tigers for you, real quick. Kevin McGonigal was born the year before Justin Verlander made his major league debut.
And now they're both All-Stars in Verlander's last year.
Yes.
MVP of the 1994 All-Star Game was Fred McGriff, the crime dog.
It was.
Oh, sorry. McGriff hit the home run off Lee Smith. I was thinking Alou, but Alou hit the double that scored Tony Gwynn.
That's quite all right, Dylan. That's quite all right. Nothing to beat yourself up about.
So now that we're at the halfway point, a
Oh,
little
by the
bit
way,
beyond the gap.
I actually have two moments. I actually have two All-Star moments. I saw one in person, 2017 Home Run Derby in Miami, where Aaron Judge basically went. I don't think I've ever seen that many. I don't think I've ever seen a guy hit that many home runs to right field. And you know what? I can't believe you guys didn't mention the 1934 All-Star game where a certain Hall of Fame pitcher struck out Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Jimmy Fox, Al Simmons, and Joe Cronin. Cole Hubble, the greatest moment in All-Star game history then, today, or 50 years from now.
Wow, that's a great stat that he's got there about the Pirates. Pittsburgh Pirates are 47-47 at home. They are 24-24 on the road, 23-3, and they are all-time 10,957 and 10,957.
Yeah, it was as of Thursday of last week.
Yep.
Before they took the brooms out against Milwaukee. But yeah.
There is one more rest in peace we should give out, and that's Sam Neill, a great actor. Jurassic Park. He was a part of the Star Wars series. Event Horizon, I think, was another one he was in. Correct? A sci-fi thriller. Yep. Great actor, and he'll be missed. Rest in peace.
One ping, Vasily. One ping.
I guess
only,
that's
please.
3 then. Huh? I guess we got one more too. Lindsey Graham.
Yeah.
The fact that anybody celebrated that is disgusting.
Yeah, I don't understand why people celebrate death. All right, so
there's a lot of stuff about people we don't understand, dude.
I get it. I'm not going political today. We're not doing it.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Anyways.
At a little bit above the halfway point, where would you guys put your 3? Who would you put in your 3 Rookie of the Year conversation right now? Jeremy, go ahead, start, because I already know who your number 1 is.
Yeah, and it's not just my number one. It's been a consensus number one across most American League voters. It's McGonigal.
Maricama.
No, McGonigal. If you actually look, Maricama's WAR is less than McGonigal's right now, and that's where it sits. But Maricama is probably third. I think second is Shea Langoliers, and first is McGonigal.
What about
That's where I
the
got it.
rookie out of Toronto that we
Hey,
talked
you're
about
not-
Saturday night?
He's
With
honorable
22 bombs
mention. He's
already.
outside. He's at like fourth or fifth because his WAR isn't as good, and plus he plays on a crappy team that can't win.
What about the NL, Jerm?
I don't follow the NL enough to know the great guys over there, so I know Connor Griffin deserves an honorable mention at least, if not third.
Oh, we picked 3 from each league.
Yeah.
You could do whatever you
Rookies,
want,
yeah,
but I was
rookie of the
just
year.
trying to get top 3 that you guys think right now would be in the mentions. Go ahead, Marcus.
Okay, I can start with the 11th American League. I'll go ahead and say Kevin McGonigal is 1. 2,
Yes, you do, Yenzer.
Parker Messick is another. And third, I'm sorry if I can't pronounce it right, but Murakami for the White Sox.
Sure.
Muntaka Murakami, did I say it right?
Yep.
I think
Mhm.
so.
All right, and then the National League, J.J. Weatherholt, definitely. Sal Stewart, definitely. And Carson Bench, definitely.
Yeah, and I got the same list on the National League when I just looked up who's leading in the voting right now. J.J. Weatherholt of the Cardinals is first, Sal Stewart of
Hey,
the Reds
Danny.
is second, and Connor Griffin is third.
I'm just
Hey,
gonna throw this out,
Captain Danny, good to see you, brother.
Danny, just to let you know, if you want to be involved in a full LA discussion, Jason is going live on the YouTube channel for Driving to the Top on Thursday or Friday.
It's looking more like it's going to be Friday.
Friday, Danny, if you want to chime in and listen to Jason, you're all for it. Jeremy, I'm not
And
on your channel, but I'm trying to get
I'll-
Jason some viewers.
Yeah, I'll probably go on the air around 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So, yeah. That's what I'm looking at right now.
All right.
I Caminero, I don't think is a rookie either, is he?
No, no, he was,
Mm-mm.
no. Logan Stone was rooting for Caminero to win the home run derby.
Logan Stone, are you coming on tomorrow night, big guy? I did invite Logan to come on tomorrow night. To have some
I
open
got
sports
Caminero as
conversation.
one of the front runners for MVP right now, the way he's hitting.
He's my front runner.
Alvarez
Got
is
him at top. Yeah.
Dylan, who do you have right now in your ROI?
I'm gonna go 3-1. 3 would be Samuel Basala, the Orioles catcher, then Murakami, then McConaughey, and then the National League, probably one of the Met outfielders, even the Mets have been awful this year, probably Carson Bench, and Sal Stewart, and then a guy who just got paid, Mr.
Weatherholt.
who should be an all-star, but that's either near.
Jay, you're getting called a Cardinals fan right now. Our
They've
good
been
buddy
talking. They mentioned that this was, even though it's like Eduardo Valencia, even though he had time in the minors, this is Shea Langolier's first year up in the pros. I thought.
No, Shea's been in the league 5 years now.
Oh,
He
okay.
came out of Baylor, spent 1 year in the minors, came up with the Braves and got traded to Oakland and part of the Matt Olson deal.
So I do like
Hey,
what
Logan.
the Tigers did this draft. With
Got
the
here in the lead,
right
buddy.
Hold on, Jeremy, go ahead.
I
Jay, hold your thought.
I like Fluky for the first round. I really love the shortstop we grabbed in the second round, the guy that set the Kansas record franchise for home runs in college. And then, of course, we grabbed Dempsey, another left-handed pitcher that's a bullpen arm. So I do love those moves. I think the shortstop has the best chance to hit the Comerica Park first out of them all because he's almost a 5-tool player, but he does hit for power as well. And you put him with McGonigal on that left side of the infield with their defense. Whew.
Logan, what podcast could possibly be better than ours? Huh? I'm even going to try and get Tom to come on tomorrow if you were coming on. Anyway. You're what?
You like yachting now. I see how you are, Logan. I see how you are. I've missed you, big guy. I've missed you.
Oh, shit. Anyway, Rich, who are you our ROIs?
Well, I mean, it's number 3. I got to go Okamoto. Number 2, I'm going to go Vassallo. And number 1, McGonigal with American League. I don't have Murakami simply because of all the time he missed because of the injury, which is part of the reason why I don't have our guy, Connor Griffin, in there on my top 3 for the National League. But as much as I would love to put Esmerlin Valdez in there, he hasn't been up long enough. So I'm going to go TJ Rumfeld at 3, Sal Stewart at 2, and JJ Weatherholt at 1. I mean,
So
Weatherholt and McGonigal should walk with both awards unless something drastic happens between now and then. But
Jay?
So I got a little list from Forbes this year on what they think, because they do have a sports writer that's linked to the MLB.
Mm-hmm.
He says it's Kevin McGonigal first, Parker Messick of the Guardians second, and Travis Bazzana of the Cleveland Guardians third. He has Murakami as the one first out, sidelined by the hamstring strain. Okamoto would be there with the power, but his inconsistent OPS knocks him below Murakami. And Samuel Basallo of the Orioles, versatile catcher versus baseman with 9 home runs, would follow that up.
Is Chase on that list, Jeremy, anywhere? The water?
No.
on ESPN's list, DeLauder is 7th.
I was going to say, he hit a couple bombs.
So that's behind. So he's behind Basallo, correct?
Yeah, they've got McGonigal, Murakami, Basallo, Okamoto, Jensen, Bazzana, DeLauder, Messick, Peyton Tolley of Boston, and Sam Antonacci is 10th.
Jay, what about your lineup?
My lineup right now, leading for the American League, number 1, obviously Kevin McGonigal. He leads all MLB rookies in wins above replacement. Hard to argue with that. Number 2, I'm agreeing with Big Rich on Okamoto. Blue Jays would not be the Blue Jays at all, regardless of the record, without him. Number 3 for me, I think it would be I like Basallo a lot, but I'm going to go Parker Messick at 3. He's been a really, really good revelation for the Indians. The Guardians in their rotation this year. National League, I got to go with JJ Weatherholt as well. What a phenomenal season he's having. And then I'm going to go with a pair of Reds at 2 and 3. I got to go Sal Stewart and Carson Benji. I like both of those guys, and they give Reds fans a lot of reason to be optimistic about the future.
Isn't Benji a Met?
Benji's a Met.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. My bad. Yeah, Benji.
Didn't Mark McGuire win the Derby?
Sal Stewart and Benji.
Didn't Mark McGuire win the Derby in '99? Didn't we just talk about that?
No, Ken Griffey Jr. won that Derby.
Griffey won it.
Is this a real
McGuire hit a ton of bombs and a lot of deep bombs, but Griffey won it.
Kyle Schwarber being Kyle Schwarber again. Jesus criminy.
What's that? What's that?
Jason, Logan really missed you, by the way.
Logan, I've missed you too, brother. I really have, and I'm glad to know that you think I am so dreamy, brother. It's been a long time. It's been far too long.
Just to let you know, Jay starts his first show Friday.
You better hop on Friday, brother. Be there or be square. If not, I'm gonna bleed Dodger blue all over you, brother.
Ooh. Well, by the way, Jason, the Dodgers start second half with an East Coast road trip. Bronx, Philly, Queens. Yikes.
Yeah, not going to be an easy road trip. That's 9 consecutive games, East Coast there. One of those teams, or two of those 3 teams are going to be playing. They're legit, obviously, the Yankees and the Phillies. Not feeling good about it because the Dodgers pretty much took their All-Star break 2 weeks ago. They really lollygagged ending the first half of the season. And I think as much of that was due to fatigue as anything else, but still, you're right, Logan. Logan. Oh, I can't believe I just dissed you by calling you Logan. I'm sorry, Dylan.
And Jay, just to let you know, you're gonna have to message Logan. You're going live.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay. So you're right, Dylan. It's going to be a tough test for the Dodgers, especially with the way they ended the first half of the season. So it'll be interesting. Their schedule only gets harder from here on out.
Jeremy, you looking up more stats, or what are you doing, brother? Trying to find your dad still?
Yeah. It's
Richard,
I've never been able to talk to him since before his birthday.
Richard, do you have any trivia for us?
Well, I do have a group project, but I wanted to wait until Adam got done with what he was doing.
Go
before
ahead,
I
shoot
did
it.
that.
Shoot it, Rich. I asked all
Okay.
my questions.
So, about 3 weeks ago, The Athletic came out with its Major League Baseball all-quarter century team. 9 position players, including 1 starting pitcher, 1 reliever, 1 designated hitter. Fire away.
Is this
Do
from
you want to
2000
go around the
2000
horn and start at catcher, or
What
what?
was that again?
Is this
This is the
2000 to
all-quarter
2025?
century MLB all-quarter century team per The Athletic. We'll go by position. Let's go catcher first.
Is this 2000 to 2025?
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm going to say Pudge Rodriguez at catcher for the American League.
No.
Who is
Wow.
Buster Posey? Who is Buster Posey?
Buster Posey.
Oh, they're not
First
doing
base
it by
should be pretty
league?
easy.
They're not doing it
No,
AL and
it's
NL?
MLB.
Okay.
It's MLB.
Okay.
So we got
First base
one.
should be easy.
Miguel Cabrera.
Anybody? No. Dylan?
Who is, as Chris Berman liked to say, Albert the Winnie Pujols?
Pujols is first at first. Second base.
Biggio?
I'm sorry?
Beach
Greg
didn't
Biggio?
play that many.
No. Right church, wrong pew.
Marcus?
Jose
I don't want to play.
Jose Altuve.
Yeah, Altuve's the second baseman. That's why I said right church, wrong pew, Jeremy. Shortstop.
Corey Seager.
No.
Miguel Rojas, baby.
There you go. There you go.
Was that right or no?
Shorts. No.
Okay.
No.
I was like, what? Nomar Garcia.
Jamie would nail it. Jamie would nail this one.
Derek Jeter?
Yeah. The captain.
Yeah, Jeter. Third base.
Jose Ramirez.
No.
What about Matt Chapman?
Nope.
Who's Adrian Beltre?
That would be correct. Left
All
field should be a
forwards.
no-brainer.
It'd be the home run king. Barry
Brian.
Bonds.
Brian Reynolds.
Yeah, it would be. There you go, Brian Reynolds. Center field should pretty much be a no-brainer.
As Bud Selen say, who is Michael Trout?
That would be Trout.
O'Neal Cruz.
Right field.
Right field. Gonna say
Hold on, Paul. The question is 2000 to 2025 quarter century team.
According to The Athletic.
Oh, Ichiro. Duh, you idiot.
Ichiro is right field. Now they have one starting pitcher on here.
Justin Verlander.
No, sir.
All right,
Clayton
who's
Kershaw.
Kershaw.
He was honorable mention though. Verlander was honorable mention.
Clayton Kershaw.
Clayton
Kershaw.
Kershaw. The closer is an absolute no-brainer.
Mo.
Mariano Rivera, DH.
Big Poppy.
No.
No.
Shohei Ohtani.
Ohtani.
What kind of buffoons?
So it's
Only played
Posey
for
behind the plate. Pujols at first.
He only
Altuve
played
at
for 8
second,
years.
Jeter at short. Huh?
Tony only played for 8 years, didn't he?
I'm just going off of what the list says from the people with the Athletic.
Don't kill the messenger.
I'm not killing the messenger. I'm
I mean,
asking questions.
there's a couple of them I don't agree with, but
I
I
mean,
mean,
I know
I
you
would
don't. I know
find
you
somebody
don't.
to take the shortstop spot, but
Yeah, I know you don't agree with that shortstop for sure.
I'd put Michael Young there before I put Jeter there.
I would put Verlander there before Kershaw, but that's just me.
Well, yeah, I mean,
No.
to me, you need to have more than one starter. But, you know, because Verlander, I'm sure Verlander would have been second or third on the list. I'm willing to bet you. So, but that's the little reindeer game I had.
Nice.
Paul, that is amazing. The Athletic.
It's getting late. I'm going to tell everybody, try every day to be a better person than you were the day before, because that's the only way to make the world a better place. You can find me on my channel, which is KCB Sports Network, usually Monday through Thursday at noon, Wednesday nights 9:30, Friday nights at 9, Saturday nights at 9. There will be no show tomorrow because I need to go check on my dad.
Jeremy,
Have a good night,
everything's all
everybody.
brother. Keep
Still
me
praying for your dad,
updated
dude.
through text. Let
I
me
will.
know what's going on.
I will after I
I'm
get
still
out
praying
there.
for him, man.
All right, Jeremy. Well, we'll see you when we see you, buddy. All right. Who's Spunk? You want to go next?
Oh, me? Oh, check me out. Big D, Dylan's History of Sports. Can't wait for Rich. I wish you all the best with our trivia showdown Friday
I wish
night.
us both the best because I can't wait for this shit.
I'm gonna be,
This is good.
watching it. I'm watching it in an Airbnb. I will be tuning in for this shit.
The
I mean,
craziest part is everybody else is more excited about this thing than we are.
oh yeah.
I'm rooting for
I'm
my
excited
I'm
co-host.
to
looking forward to
I'm
it,
excited
but-
to see and not know these answers, but that's what I'm excited about. That
I'm
means
rooting-
I did my homework as a host.
I'm rooting for
Hey.
my co, so I got a cheer section for him.
So I mean, like, what would the odds be?
What are
would
the odds on Cowsey right now, Marcus?
A
I know
mil-
you put them up.
1,000,000 to 1.
1,000,000 to 1 on me or on him?
I'm picking. You're my co-host. I'm picking you to win.
Look,
No,
I'm just a narrator, and my questions are very, very deep.
I'm not even going to comment. I might because
That's fine.
I won't be back. I was going to join backstage, but the state tournament, we're going to be traveling and we're staying in an Airbnb, so I ain't going to be able to like hop backstage. And I'm just going to watch and maybe not even comment. I'm just going to watch and prevent the
So-
kids from wanting to play games on the iPad because I'm going to be watching on the iPad.
So Jason, like, what odds would you give me of beating Rich? Or am I swimming with 1 foot in a bucket?
Well, Dylan, it's a good thing I'm not a betting man because I suck at gambling. Let's see. I'll tell you what. I'm just going to play it safe. I'm going to 50-50, buddy. 50-50. Okay? I give you as good a chance to beat Rich as I give Rich a good chance to beat you. So you're both very knowledgeable about your topics. So I'm going 50-50 and taking the high road, dude.
And how many questions are we gonna have, Adam?
50 fucking billion.
Right now, I'm gonna shoot for 39 and 40 as the bonus question.
Jason. After we
Marcus.
get off, get with me when we get off.
Okay.
39 and you're shooting for 40, huh?
I don't know, Rich. We'll see. I have 24 right now. Like I said, the 25th question was so easy. Like as soon as I said the first three words, everyone both would have had it. And that was the 5 goals, 5 different ways. Who did it?
Yeah, I mean that.
Do you
Yeah.
guys know the answer to that question? Jason, Marcus?
No, sorry, I'm trying to play
Oh.
a tight end.
I wasn't even paying attention. I'm watching the Derby. Sorry.
Which player scored 5 goals 5 different ways in hockey?
5
Not
goals, 5 different ways in hockey.
I'm not the expert.
I'm gonna say Brian Trottier.
Marcus, you even going to take a stab?
No.
It's a good goal, though.
66.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mario
wait a
Lemieux.
minute. Wait, Maurice Rocket Richard. Maurice Richard.
66, Jason.
Okay, well, F it. I'm going back to Brian Trottier.
The
66.
man who created hockey in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Mario Lemieux. All
Yeah.
right. Okay, all right.
He scored an
Absolutely.
even strength goal. He scored a power play goal. He scored a shorthanded goal. He scored a double power on a 2-man power play, and then he scored the empty net.
And on the power play.
You know,
5 goals 5 different ways.
I hated Lemieux only because he was so damn good.
Right? just like Pittsburgh hates Ovechkin unless he plays for us.
Yep.
Well, and that's another one of those cases of, if Lemieux doesn't have cancer and miss 2 full seasons and that kind of deal, does he bust all of Gretzky's records long before that goof in Washington even gets started playing?
I think so.
Rich, he had if you go and look at how many games he had versus how many points he had, I think he was ahead by 3 seasons almost.
Who, Gretzky?
No, Lemieux.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I think Mario would have shattered Gretzky's records if he
He
doesn't
had
get
over
sick.
1,000 points in 600 games.
Yeah. Yeah,
Absolutely
he was
insane.
averaging over 1.5 a game for almost his whole career.
And then didn't one game Yager and Lemieux both have 7 points each, or 6 points each? Something
sounds
like
right.
that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, dude. The numbers those two put up.
If you take the 90-91 season out, okay, he had 100 points, 141, 107, 168, 199, 123, 131, 160. In 1990, he had 45.
I mean,
Then in
Gretzky had a
95,
200 Gretzky had a
Yeah,
231 point season or something like that.
Yeah, Gretzky did, yeah. But Lemieux
Yeah.
missed 3 full seasons. I'm sorry, he missed 3 full seasons and never played a full season after 96-97. And still finished with 690 goals and 1,700 points
Crazy.
in 900 games.
And then he comes back from cancer, and what's he do? 3 points.
Yeah. I mean, he played 43, 24, 67, and then 10, and then 26 games his last 5 seasons. But even at that, he was still averaging
1.8
Let's
points
see.
per game or something.
he was averaging 1.5 per game. Even in that time frame.
He was that good. He was that good.
If I
All
remember right, the only 2 people in hockey history with a higher goal points per game average is Gretzky and Messier.
Messier on that Rangers team in '94. He had an insane year that year.
And I mean, look at all those Oilers teams that him and Gretzky were on.
Right. But the ones I can remember. All right, let's go with that route.
Yeah, he had an
That year
insane
they
year.
beat Vancouver. That was insane.
94.
Yeah.
Wasn't Peter Forsberg on that 94 Rangers team?
I don't think so.
No. Peter Forsberg was in. Oh crap, Rich. Peter Forsberg, I think, was in Vancouver at that point.
Ah, okay.
Or no.
Pavel
Toronto.
Bure,
Pavel Bure was in Vancouver.
right?
In 94, in 94, Forsberg was in Quebec.
Ah, okay. He was an Nordique.
And then he went to Colorado. Yeah, and then he went to Colorado when they moved to become the Avalanche.
Avalanche. Yeah, that's right. That's right. God dang it. I can't believe I forgot about that.
I'm surprised they didn't go back to the Colorado Rockies like they were in the early 80s.
They couldn't because of the baseball team. They already had it in the works for the baseball team to be called the Rockies, which started in '95, and so we weren't able to name the hockey team the Rockies.
Would have that would have been wild if we would have had them as hockey and baseball. That would have been wild.
Yep.
Would have been cool if they would have been able to do it, but yeah, the Rockies baseball team wouldn't let them do it.
But all right, boys. Marcus, Jason, you two sticking around after the show?
Yep. We'll do.
Rich,
Yeah, I gotta fly, guys.
I know. I know. We're getting an hour and 15 minutes almost. I know, Rich. We got you a little overtime tonight. Thanks, Mary. Anyway, Rich, how people get you?
Big Rich 8371 on Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it this week. On Facebook, Rich Richardson on Facebook, just my name. And of course, all the things that we do here, whether it's Tuesday night open mic, Monday night with this program, Wednesday night Steel City Sports Talk. Normally Saturdays. This Saturday we won't be, but most Saturdays, Marcus and I get together for his show, Cajun Turnbuckle, and so we got a lot of places on here that you can catch this ugly mug.
Good night, Paul. All right, Jason.
Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter, X, at Dodger Jason, and I'm not going to reveal the title or the name of my podcast yet. I want it to be a surprise when I go air with my first episode on Friday. And just to give you guys a sneak preview, because I am a Dodgers fan, I'll be reviewing the Dodgers' first half of the season, what went well, what didn't go well. I'll give them a grade, and then I'll kind of look ahead to the second half of the season and talk about some other things MLB related too. So I'm looking forward to that. Hope you guys can tune in and join me. And it's looking like around again between maybe 5:30 Pacific Daylight Time, since I live out here in California. So looking forward to that. I always look forward, of course, to getting on here with Driving to the Top Productions. You guys are great. Love all you guys. Love talking sports. Take care of each other. And God bless, and I'll see you on the flip side.
All right.
See you later, Jason.
Marcus, how people get you?
On X at Dirty South ENT _. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So open mic, I'll be there tomorrow. I do On the Go this Thursday at 9. I'm going to do my first preview in the Bayou. I'm doing McNeese preview. I'll be also talking MLB draft, where a bunch of LSU Tigers got called up. Who did the Astros pick up? Recap the first half of this horrific first half of the season for the Astros. And got all the numbers crunched for that. No episode of Cajun Turnbuckle this week because of my nephew's state tournament. But Friday night, I will tune in. I'm going to have the iPad on me at the B&B. I will watch this little trivia off with Rich.
I think you should put it on the big screen in the living room, Marcus, and make everyone watch it.
No, because all the fucking little kids are going to want to watch, like, Minions or something. So they're going to take over the TV. I'll have my iPad to watch whatever the fuck I want to watch. Fuck them kids.
All right. You can get me here Monday night. Fan in the Fans in the Diamond. Oh my, I'm out of it. Fans in the Diamond on Monday. Open Sports Mic on Tuesday, 9:00. And then Wednesday, me and Rich, we talk about Pittsburgh sports, and then we wander off into the land of outside the triangle. And then Thursday, I'm with Jeremy over there on Fired Up, but we won't be live this week. So no show Thursday. Friday, first ever trivia between Rich Dillon, and Saturday back with Jeremy for Roundtable MLB. And I must thank everyone for tuning in. Thanks for the comments, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully everyone tunes in.